Clean, pure water contributes greatly to the quality of life here in Travis County. That quality of life is what attracts so much growth and development in this area. But what happens when proper precautions aren't taken to prevent sediment runoff or other forms of pollution from a development site? And how can you spot signs of a problem and report it? Find out next in this episode of On the Move. As development increases in and around Travis County, so does the threat of pollution discharge from construction sites to our neighborhoods, communities, rivers, and creeks.
Discharged materials from unprotected construction sites can cause a variety of issues. These materials, which can include basic building materials, food materials, concrete waste, paint, stucco, nails, screws, and so on, can sometimes be discharging directly into our storm drains or even directly into our waterways.
In 2007, Travis County officials discovered that sediment runoff from a nearby development had entered Hamilton Creek and into Hamilton Pool. Cleanup efforts over a 2-year span removed over 6,500 cubic yards of material at a cost of $2.1 million. That's enough sediment to fill up 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
If you have a sediment discharge to a waterway, you're gonna have to clean that by hand because a lot of times you cannot get machinery in there to actually clean that up mechanically. It can be in the tens of thousands of dollars to clean up something like that.
The very act of land development, involving clearing and grading a piece of property, creates the potential for sediment runoff and soil loss during storm events.
In many cases, if it's sediment, it's going to cause a reduction in clarity, which will reduce photosynthesis and also oxygen production. That's going to basically harm the food chain. In the case of like debris, it'll also carry pollutants on it and it'll harm habitat.
So it can be damaging for many things. It can clog up our storm drain system. The more sediment and debris you get into the storm drain system, the less efficiently it can move stormwater to where it needs to be, prevent flooding.
So what can be done to keep our environment protected while still allowing economic growth? Travis County requires temporary sediment and erosion controls to be installed on all construction sites prior to the start of any activity. And Travis County environmental inspectors routinely inspect construction sites throughout the county to ensure that these controls are in place and in good working condition. So what are temporary controls? Temporary controls are items designed to prevent or limit the release of pollutants from a job site. Have you ever noticed the short black fencing installed around a construction site? This is a temporary control called a silt fence. It serves as a barrier to trap and collect sediment and debris before it can leave the job site. Other common temporary controls that may be found on a job site include mulch logs and rock berms. All temporary controls must be routinely inspected to ensure they are functioning as intended. If a control needs maintenance or repair, it must be corrected in a timely manner. Permanent controls, or stabilization, is the next level of protection and is what all construction sites must achieve before their project may be considered completed. While native and warm weather grass cover are found to be the best for site stabilization, in some cases, this may not be enough in areas of rapid, concentrated water flow. For these types of locations, a matting of rock, also known as riprap, may be used to prevent scouring and soil loss. In addition to inspections by staff, complaint response also plays a critical role in Travis County's environmental protection program.
Travis County is growing rapidly. There's a lot of development going on. We cannot be everywhere all at once. So, a lot of times residents will bring things to our attention that we may never have noticed. So by letting us know, we can maybe go do an investigation and actually track down the source of that sediment and then train that construction site on how to best manage their stormwater runoff.
Here's what you can look for when reporting environmental issues caused by development runoff. unnaturally cloudy water bodies, strange odors, or metallic sheen. Excessive sediment leaving a job site. Excessive mud and debris in a roadway. Wind-blown trash originating from a construction site. Or a job site without any noticeable sediment controls.
If you have an issue you would like to report, please do so by leaving a detailed message on our environmental hotline at 512-854-4400 or email us at waterquality@traviscountytx.gov. County inspectors are ready to respond and investigate. That's it for this episode of On the Move. See you next time.